AITA for refusing to pay for my boyfriend's food after he ruined my food photos? I have an Instagram account dedicated to photos and short videos of food from local restaurants in my city. I don't turn meals into a whole photoshoot production when I go out, but I like to snap a few photos of everything as it comes out. I've got about 1,000 followers. It's just a hobby for me, but I have made friends with some other bloggers and we like to go out and get pics together and try new restaurants. I prefer doing this with my foodie girls because my boyfriend hates it and will go out of his way to take a big bite of food or mess up his plate with his fork before I can snap any pics. And he rolls his eyes when I take pics of my own food, so I pretty much stopped bothering when we went out together. Money has been tight lately because of some medical bills, so I haven't been able to go out to eat with my foodie girls, and the infrequent date with my boyfriend is the only chance I get to eat out. I had to sit him down and have a, look, just let me enjoy things, conversation with him and told him I was gonna take pics of my own food when we went out, and could he please just not be immature about it. And since we alternate who pays for dates, I told him I would appreciate it if he could spare the 30 seconds for me to snap a pic of the appetizer plus his meal on nights that I was paying. And I got a sort of half-hearted, do whatever you want, confirmation. Sunday was my turn to pay, and he let me take a pic of the appetizer with minimal fussing. But then when the entrees came out, I went to snap a pic of his and he messed it up with his fork. Then he reached over and stirred up my pasta to also ruin the photo of my own meal. I was so pissed off by that I refused to pay his half at the end of the meal, which pissed him off because he said he wouldn't have ordered a cocktail if he knew that I was gonna skip my turn. He says I owe him one because I don't get to just decide not to pay according to our agreement after we've already ordered. NTA. Why are you even dating someone who clearly has no respect for you or your hobbies? Dump this asshole. Keep the food. Ditch the boyfriend. I thought it was a good compromise that he gets to eat his food while you just take some quick pictures of yours. But why did he have to go out of his way to ruin yours? That's just super immature and petty. I'm gonna say NTA, but I feel like there's more to this than is being let on. No rational person gets this upset about their partner wanting to snap a few quick photos of their dish to the point they intentionally sabotage the photos. You are NTA. Your BF is an AH. Not only for deliberately messing up your meals but also for ordering a cocktail just because he thought he wouldn't be the one paying for it. I would be reconsidering my relationship with someone so selfish and childish. This is either NTA or ESH depending on how annoying you are about your videos. But the real issue here is, why are you even with this guy? It sounds like he doesn't respect you or your hobby, and is actively doing things to upset you. Why even be with a guy like that? Find someone who appreciates you, or at least tolerates you. NTA. It blows my mind that he is so utterly unwilling to do this one small thing that takes less than a minute, yet makes you very happy. He doesn't have to want to do it himself, but it is such a minor and easy thing to do. I can't imagine wanting to ruin my partner's enjoyment to make some kind of vague and useless point. Why are you together at all? Maybe you should take a break for a month and see if you miss each other. NTA. This is nothing but petty cruelty on his part. I would go out of my way not to ruin something my partner enjoys. In fact, I would try to participate and enjoy it with them. Y'all both sound weird and petty. NTA. In my opinion, I don't get why people are so upset over people taking pictures of food. It's a hobby. Sounds like you both talked about you being able to take photos of food when you pay. I think that's fair. I don't mind pausing for a minute for my wife to take a photo of our food. It makes her happy and all I have to do is wait a minute. I don't see the big deal. Also, ordering the cocktail only because you're paying is an move. At the "I wouldn't have gotten a cocktail" comment, I dump him. The audacity. Neither of you should mess with the other's food and enjoyment of it. Your boyfriend did an asshole thing messing up your food. But that came after you insisted that you have control over when he can touch his own food when you are paying. Respect each other. You want him to respect your preference to do this, while you are not respecting his actual hatred of it. You literally sat him down to tell him you were going to do what you enjoy, regardless of his feelings on the matter. You take his desire to dig into his own food as something against you and your preferences. You get 50,100% of what you want during these dinners. And he gets 0.50%. Which is really zero because he never gets a meal without the camera and the 3,090-second pause. He made it clear long ago that he hated this. Just leave him and his food alone. Yes, he shouldn't belittle something you enjoy. But why are you not giving him the same respect of leaving his meal alone when he asked? There is a time and place for our hobbies. And it's not difficult to have an adult conversation about it, except apparently for the two of you. You either aren't effectively communicating about your relationship or you're both just petulantly ignoring the other's wishes. Also, people who take photos of their food usually take way longer and are way more obnoxious about it than they realize. I seriously have to wonder just how much of your time and attention this is taking away from actually enjoying the company of the person you're with. You claim it's minimal, but your boyfriend clearly is sick of it. So you should really examine what kind of impact you are willing to let this hobby have on your actual real life with actual real people who are in front of you. He wouldn't have ordered a cocktail if he knew that I was gonna skip my turn. I'm more hung up on this. Major pet peeve. So much disrespect when people order expensive stuff just because someone else is paying, but wouldn't order it if they had to pay. Location flag, location flag, location flag, location flag. Unless the person says to order anything because money doesn't matter or whatever. NTA. He agreed that it was okay for you to take pictures and then deliberately ruined them. Why are you together at all? Maybe you should take a break for a month and see if you miss each other. NTA, and also, what a jerk for spending more because it was your turn to pay. You are NTA, and even though I rarely recommend this, I would have broken up with the guy on the spot. His behavior is absolutely childish and ridiculous. Yay, I'm with everyone else. Dump him. He doesn't respect you or your hobbies. I could understand a smidge from his side if it was a lot of pictures and you had to do it every single time. But that's not the case. You do it very reasonably. NTA. Find someone who shares your joy for food. My wife likes to take pictures and post her reviews on Yelp and City. I'm not a big fan of taking pictures of food before we eat it, but it brings her joy to do it and post her reviews. I learned to appreciate her passion for it and recommend new restaurants for us to try. The pictures might take 5 minutes tops. That's not a good idea to ruin our whole dinner for it. He should not have messed up your food and you should stick to photographing your own food. BF ordering a cocktail because it was your turn is ridiculous. He admits if he was paying, he wouldn't have ordered it. Do you two or just him have a habit of ordering more when the other person is paying? Perhaps you should get separate checks when you go out to dinner. NTA, but it is time to dump the asshole. Nowhere in your post does it indicate that he has talked to you in a mature way about boundaries around food photos. Instead, he s you and then passively aggressively busts your clearly stated boundaries. This is a terrible way to manage any kind of conflict in any kind of relationship. You do not need this nonsense in your life.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic AITA is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.